Well, I guess because, like you said, it's all happened quite quickly. It's kind of hard to process everything sometimes. Like, we just work and work and work and write and tour, and we never stop and think. Like, sometimes it's quite hard to think about your achievement, or you're at certain accolades. You just don't even think about it because you just see it as necessary and part of the process. Obviously, it's like very exciting and like really humbling and reassuring that people care about what we're doing. And that's good, but I suppose it's really great, but it's just hard to appreciate, not hard to appreciate, hard to think about it sometimes, you know?
It's definitely so we've been doing this for about 3 years now, and so in the last year it's really gone up like tenfold, just because, you know, we did all the touring, we did all the megabus shows, like carrying gear on the megabus and going around in my dad's van. Like, it kind of is really nice to, you know, have that kind of leeway to, with like a record label like Warner Brothers, to, you know, it just lets you realise these things that, you know, we're not changing anything, we're not jeopardising anything that creatively, we're just doing what we like, but we have this kind of, you know, backing and kind of influence that allows us to achieve greater things. So it feels like it's just going up and up and up. So yeah.
Well, a lot of it is like down to the songwriting, I think, and I think a lot of the sound is influenced by the songwriting, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like when we present an idea which is in acoustic guitar and chords and singing form, like people are just like, oh, it kind of, and then someone else will whatever reinterpret it and take it somewhere, and then you all kind of collectively just go somewhere. But like, in terms of like musical influences on the songwriting side, like we all love the Beatles and the Beach Boys, very much so. Like, but then also we're quite into I'm quite into like Motown and Stax and Stevie Wonder and stuff like that, and reggae, and Paris really likes post-punk. What do you like? You like your Motown?
I like quite a lot of R&B and jazz at the moment. I've recently got into loads of like Afrobeat stuff from the 70s. But yeah, I guess what it is just like writing a good song. You know, you can write a great song on acoustic, like guitar or piano. That's like the fundamentals. But then everything you're listening to and everything you're taking in, you know, you might take something from here or there, be like, oh, I like that groove, or like, oh, let's try this. Like, it's like, when someone brings a song in, it's like it goes through all the filters of the different bandmates, and that kind of is the sound of it's like the magic.
Collective person's taste
reflected.
You know, there's always one thing where it's like, oh, like change that a little bit, and then someone else change that a little bit, and then the final product always feels like it belongs to us.
The band.
Yeah, it's like our song. Yeah, our sound. We really practice singing a lot and stuff. But we're not. I don't think we're that good. Like, but like I think. Well, as in, I don't think I'm very good at singing. But like, it does sound good when we all sing together.
Yeah.
And it's just that because we literally just spend hours trying to write tunes. Like, and it's literally like all we do. Like,
yeah. It's taken. I mean, when we started the band, we've kind of gone. We started with this kind of like 90s sound, and we went a bit 80s, and now we're kind of going back to the like 70s. So it's kind of, Wait, what was the question?
Oh, harmonies are
harmonies.
Good.
Oh,
yeah.
something
that comes naturally.
Is it something? I think it's something we've definitely worked on. Like and that's just kind of listening to different types of music as well, and the melodies over the top of different kind of chords or interesting chords, and just working out how to shoehorn those weird chords in.
Yeah, that's what we're into at the moment. Is like trying to write songs that on the surface sound like really like, oh, this is like a nice simple guitar pop song, but really like if you check the chords out or you check some of the melody lines, there's something in there which like someone would have to. I really like the idea of like musos coming to our show and clocking like certain chord changes and going, oh my god, like they know about that chord and stuff. Like, just because, not to alienate people, because like, but it's more just like there's just a lot of like craftsmanship that goes into it.
Yeah.
Like pop music is the hardest thing to do. Like it's the hardest.
To do right.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, so like, and that's the challenge, isn't it? Like, so there you go. yeah, I don't know. I would say that like we just naturally just like music as well, which has got loads of harmonies and vocal. We just like vocally driven harmony stuff.
Yeah. Loads of festivals.
Festivals.
I think we're doing like Reading and Leeds Festival, Latitude, Truck Festival.
Barn on the Farm.
Barn on the Farm, which will be fine.
I've never heard of it before, but apparently it's great.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah, there's a few. And then I think in October time or September, or it's either August, September, or October. We're going on tour with Sundara Karma, supporting them, which will be really cool because they're really big shows, and playing Brixton Academy is going to be like one off the bucket list for me. It's just like one of those venues that I always used to come up with my dad and watch really great bands at. So yeah, and then we're going to be finishing the album.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Tying up a few loose ends, and then that'll be out in January, I think. So
yeah. So it's just festivals, recording, touring.
Well, we've got about like 30 songs to choose from.
Yeah,
but
it's getting a bit out of hand actually, because we're still writing now. Like, so I imagine it's not really ever going to be done until we've recorded until we've got a track list that we're happy with.
Yeah.
But we're always trying to like do better, so it's quite hard to solidify stuff.
Yeah. We've got, we've probably got about half the album that we know for 100% is going on it, and there's probably a few of those songs recorded, but I think we want to go back into the studio and do like a solid 2 or 3 weeks and just get that track listing down and get it like sounding banging, and then
because we're still playing around with sounds and producers and stuff as well, just trying to find the right marriage of like those two sides of the music and how it sounds.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I like the idea of like working with like someone like, I don't know, like I really like Mark Ronson as a producer, or just anyone that kind of is like a pop producer but makes cool sounding records as well, like like that kind of balance where it's like it's banging, it's totally universal, but it's not sickly or annoying. It's like that's kind of that's kind of what we're always trying to do, is like find that balance. But so anyone that like that. But yeah, we worked with this guy called James String, who did one of our singles, Your Love. Like, he's a fantastic bloke, and he's just a great guy. But yeah, and then I don't know really.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll work with him again. Sure.
Yeah.